So how did you form up Keke for real basketball training? And then uh I know you teach, I know it, but I want you to, what else did you teach besides basketball? I know what it is, but I want you to expound a little bit more.
Teach. I try to teach guys and girls. The biggest thing that I try to work with them on is how to control their emotions,
Mm,
because I feel like if you can learn to control your emotions, you can really get somewhere out here, man. Because a lot of times, and we all know, when you can't control your emotions, you end up saying things that you don't want to say, that you regret, that could cause a conflict with somebody important or somebody that you care about. It could cost you your life out here in these streets. Not controlling your emotions, you disrespecting people, or saying things to somebody who not really all the way there mentally, or who may be going through some things. I tell people all the time, you never know what other people are going through. Treat everybody with respect. When somebody getting out of line with you, maybe it's just time to leave. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just time to exit that situation. You're always allowed to defend yourself, but if you have a chance to leave or to walk away or to get away, then you should take that option first.
absolutely, absolutely. Life skills, emotional intelligence, coach. That's what you teaching them. And I love you for it. And I love that about your program. So how did you form it up? If you could tell us, man, how did you form up? What did you say to yourself? Like, okay, it's time for me to do this. Or I know you said you had been around them, you had been around the teachers, the people, the coaches long enough.
Right.
So what exactly, what were the steps that you took? Then you said, okay, let me how do I jump on this? Or where did you start and then to where you are now? I put it
Well,
that
when I first started, it was in the summer of 18, and it was with a guy who's playing pro now in China, Trey Golden. He was a player at Georgia Tech, and so he had a lot of friends that played ball in Europe and overseas that he brought, and that I started out training with. So I got a pretty good base and a pretty good start. And like, I just knew that that was something I was really good at. I knew that there was a need, and the training business was growing rapidly at that time. And it's don't burst out the seams now, but I just knew that was something I could be good at. And then I knew it was something that I could expand off of, because there are many avenues in basketball, like having tournaments and clinics, and uh, um, coach, like I said, coaching clinics, tournaments and camps and things of that nature, and collaborating with other people, and so I just knew it would be something that I could be good at, and doing team builders and going out and speaking to teams and speaking to students, and it's just like a lot of things you can do that I branch off of, but the primary thing is of training. But to answer your question, I just knew that was something that was a need that I could be very good at.
man. And you are awesome at it, coach. You are very much awesome at it. Like I say, I can appreciate you. When I met coach was in, what is that, coach? Uh
But
off,
I think that was over. Was it at the church, the Green Pastors Church, or where were we?
it was in the same plaza with that it was a gym in there. It was a
Oh,
gym
Momentum. We were over at Momentum. Yes, yes,
momentum.
over at Momentum office. Yeah, in the cab over there, Snap Finger.
Yep, snap
Yeah,
finger. Uh
yes,
uh that's where I met coach. But you since moved, coach, uh
yes,
to a church. Where are you now,
yes,
man?
yes. I'm over at the Samson Health and Fitness Center, which is on the campus of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church. And so, yes, on the campus of New Birth Baptist Church, the gym is called Family and Life Center, on the campus of New Birth Baptist Church in
Man,
Stonecrest, Georgia.
that is awesome, man. That is awesome. Um, you talked about being around trainers, man, and people who studied the game and who were great students and great innovators of the game. One thing, you guys, coach was invited to a world renowned. I think it was like I want to say it was a coaches clinic, or it was
Yes,
it was a, you know what I'm talking about.
certification event. Yes,
He was invited to a world renowned coaching clinic, and this is a blessing because here it is. This guy, I'm gonna let Coach tell y'all about it, but this guy was actually Kobe's trainer, right? When you
yes,
go
sir.
online, he talks a lot about like coach, he gives a lot of insight into the psychology of the game and also those intricate details of the game. And he
Right.
holds a clinic, and he helped Kobe develop his game. So, coach, if you could tell us who that was, tell us about um that experience and how it impacted you and how it impacted Keke Hicks for real basketball development.
Right. Yeah, like I always like to be the best at what I'm doing. And like I said earlier, we can all learn from other coaches and other trainers. And I have been following this guy. His name is Phil Handy. He's an assistant coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's trained some of the best players in the world, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. He worked with Anthony Davis and, pretty much all of the Lakers. Um, yes, he was having a certification event out in California at the Mamba Sports Academy, and it was a weird feeling meeting him and being there because I know Kobe spent a lot of time in there. I know his daughter spent a lot of time in there. I know this is the location that they were on their way to when the tragic accident happened. And so I love the event because, first of all, I learned a lot, not just from Phil Handy, but from other great trainers. There were like the top trainers in the world was there, like Gannon Baker was there, Chris Johnson was there, top big time trainers were there. And it was a um, Rico Hines was there. Teresa Witherspoon did a great segment on defense. Man, I learned more in that weekend than I probably learned in the last few years on basketball. These guys, and Teresa Witherspoon as well. They did a masterpiece. Each one did a segment on something different, and it was a masterpiece. Like I say, man, we can always learn. I feel like I've been around basketball my entire life, but I've always known that you can learn from other people, and just sitting there as a student of the game, picking up these things that these guys were saying, and being eager to bring it back to my clients to help them get better and learn more things to help them get better. It was well worth the money. It was well worth the trip out to California. And it was a pretty good experience, a great experience actually. And I learned a lot. And actually, I got the tape now, so I've been studying the tape every single day of everybody's segment.
Hey man, that is awesome. I know your clients, man, those kids that you train in your teams, they only gonna benefit from it. They are only going to reap the benefits of that. Cause I know you was like a sponge out there. I'm gonna pull up. I think it's on your. I'm getting ready to pull up your website for this next as
Mhm.
you talking, so that people can see. First of all, I'm gonna show y'all where to go, so that when y'all get in, y'all can get in touch with Coach. You can also see him on Instagram and see what he has going on. See all the amazingly great things that he's doing. And I'm gonna try to find Phil Handy. Uh,
Okay.
try to find him as well.